All right, we're on.
Awesome. We are on. We are live. Hello, everybody. This is another exciting live stream edition of The Raven's Flock.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. It is July 18th. Joining me on my left is the host of Los Amigos Play, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Always happy to sit here with the folks and endure yet another day of survival in the land of scarcity.
And joining me on my right is our awesome director, the man behind the camera, the host of The Black Files, and the man who puts in the man hours to give you the best content the Raven's Flock can provide, Juan Arauz.
Hi, Jose's trying to gimmick me. Stop gimmicking me.
To be fair, though, everything he's saying is the truth.
It's
Yeah,
true.
but
Can you call it a gimmick if it's just a statement of fact?
Yeah, it's like true.
For fact, our friend Juan here is nearly pathologically unable to accept a compliment.
Well, anyways, so as I mentioned earlier, this is July 18th, and as always, the news circles around every week, and so do we. If you're watching us right now, be sure to hit subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest content. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them. If you're watching from your desktop, leave your comments right here on the right side of the screen. If you're watching from your mobile device, leave your comments down below. We'll be live for an hour and a half, and we'll take the time to answer each and every comment.
I realize now that I was saying, please don't try to make me into a gimmick while we have a gimmick going on here.
We're all gimmicks. It's too late.
It seems that your many years of enjoying the art of the wrestling has made it as you are now cutting promos subconsciously.
More like it's made Juan more aware of what's gimmick and what's not
And of
gimmick.
course-
Behold the duality of man.
Of course, I also have to say, please understand, this is uncensored. This is for mature audiences. So we swear like motherfuckers. We will talk shit. We may be saying things that you may not agree with. Those are our opinions. People are allowed to have them. And most importantly, we are trying to do the best we can to make things fun for you.
Absolutely. We are in the business of fun. Fun is allowed, and we will make sure that fun is allowed. No matter what happens, no matter what COVID-19 throws at us, whether it's canceled vacations or canceled family reunions or canceled weddings, anything canceled during COVID-19, and yes, no matter how many cons are canceled, we will be in the business of fun for you.
Because somebody has to, seeing as everything else is getting cancelled.
Yes, indeed.
Right, so...
And speaking of cancellation, I do believe you have something to say about that.
Yes, indeed. This was reported earlier this week and recently yesterday. 2 cons in Florida have now announced that they have canceled and they have postponed for next year.
To the surprise of absolutely nobody.
Right,
Yeah.
so...
Let's be honest, we were all expecting this to happen, were we?
Like, okay...
We were expecting it to happen. We were hoping it would not happen.
I'm not saying we wanted it, but yeah.
Okay. Which one did you want to talk about first? Of course, because...
Well, first of all, I wanted to talk about the cancellation of Lumi-Con, which was announced on Monday, July 13th.
Damn.
Now, they have released an official statement as such. Juan, have you sent me a copy?
I have not sent you a copy, but you can find it on their group page and on their
I don't think
public
I'm on the
page
group
and all their
page.
pages.
While they are looking for that document,
You're going to have to look up the statement.
You need to join more group pages.
I
while
do.
they are looking the documentation, we would like to extend our sincerest sorry and apologies to everybody who works at the con that had to shut it down, as well as our sincerest condolences to all the con goers that were hoping this one go through. In extension for that, we would like to also extend our thanks to the members and staff of the con who took the smart decision to just shelve the project for today and let's wait until people stop dying in the streets.
Indeed.
As we know, Florida has recently broken the record for having more positive cases than any other location in the world. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
So, needless to say, health and safety are paramount. So, to the folks working there, sorry it didn't work out this time. We sincerely hope you come back better and stronger than ever next time.
Yes, indeed. Make no mistake. This was definitely a difficult decision to make, but for the health and for the health and safety of everyone who was expecting to go, it was the right choice.
Shit kind of sucks right now in the con times, doesn't it, man?
No kidding.
It does kind of suck, and the reason why it sucks is because, as you mentioned earlier,
I think I need to find it on their Instagram page.
go right ahead. As you mentioned
Take your
earlier,
time.
Florida has become the #1 hotspot of the most cases in the entire world, and that is because our Florida citizens here, a majority of us, a mass of us, We're
number one.
refusing to follow the CDC guidelines to protect themselves.
You know, I think that is the most depressing thing about this. Sorry, you found it?
Yeah, I found it. But
Go ahead.
You finish up your
Real quick, it's the fact that normally we blame our government when things go wrong in situations like this, not without justification, but we have no one to blame but ourselves here. The government didn't tell you not to wear a mask. The public chose to not wear the mask.
Like a bunch of fucking idiots.
Now, we finally pulled up the official statement from the Lumi-Con staff. Juan, would you like to read it for us?
I'll go ahead.
Fire away, fam.
Don't touch my shoulder.
Okay.
Don't touch me!
Social distance.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're kind of within...
Physical contact is now strictly forbidden.
But we're within 6 feet, so...
No.
Seize the means of production from him.
Assault aboard yourself.
All right, go ahead and read.
Dear Lumi-Con fans, as stated in our COVID-19 health and safety section, we look to make a final announcement on the convention status no later than August 2020. At this time, we feel we are able to make that call and do so with everyone's best interest at heart. This is no easy decision as we look forward to our third year being something you could look forward to, as many events within the state have had to postpone or cancel. Lumi-Con now looks to also do its part, and what we believe is right and what we believe is right thing. Sorry, it is the right thing. Okay.
It is the right thing.
It's okay. I'm reading verbatim. Sorry, I'm a stickler for dumb things like that. Sorry.
It's all right.
Let's see. At this time, to protect our staff, attendees, guests, exhibitors, and our community as a whole, we do look forward to coming back next year and hope you will join us next Halloween. We had many great plans for this year's event, and we will use this time to improve further on those plans and bring you an experience you truly deserve. Thank you all for the amazing support you have given us throughout this year, and also the patience in bringing you this information as it has unfolded. We wish everyone a safe and healthy 2020, and hope you and your families apostrophe s. Okay, sorry, it's okay. It's okay.
Go on.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't touch me.
The Grammar Week will take over this land.
Stop it.
Go on.
Will join us for Lumi-Cons. Lumi-Cons, plural Lumi-Cons.
Yeah, that will be more in the future. It's correct. Shut up.
October 29th to the 31st, 2021 at the Sheraton Tampa, Brandon. Signed the Lumi-Con staff. If you have purchased a pass, booth, or hotel room for our event, please read the information below. Pass offer refunds options can be found on our website at www.lumi-convention.com.
Okay, so there is information on where to proceed for refunds.
So at least they cover their asses well enough.
Indeed. And the same
Indubitably.
the same could be said for Omni Fandom Expo. Yesterday, they've released their statement here.
Yesterday, Friday.
Friday, July 17th.
Oh yeah, it's Saturday today, isn't it?
Today,
Yeah,
I said,
or Saturday.
I said that.
Sorry, I work this day. My 9 to 5 is still today, so
You're
it's
getting a
weird.
calendar for your birthday.
It's always Saturday. You're like, you think he's going to look at it?
Give me another alarm clock, please.
Oh my god.
Better
All right,
roll
so here is the official statement from Omni Fandom Expo. Hello, everyone. We had hoped that with our new dates that we would be seeing all of you and having some fun together before the end of the summer this year. Keep this in mind that they were originally scheduled for March and they had to push for a later date in August
They went for
to see how the situation progresses.
Shit sucked
Moving
pretty
on.
bad.
However, after many discussions, much planning with our staff and the hotel, and lots of observations of the current and evolving community situation, we have weighed the many options for Omni Fandom Expo 2020. We found that given the current standings, holding a 2020 event was just not in the cards. In the best interests and continued safety of everyone, we felt it would be better to postpone to a time when we would be able to put on the caliber of event that we have come to love for the past 6 years. We are severely disappointed and saddened to have to say that we will be postponing Omni Fandom Expo until 2021, when we hope things will be safer for all involved. After all, without you, there is no convention. But fear not, Omni fans, for our dates are already locked in with our hotel, the Days Hotel by the Wyndham Celebration.
In Kissimmee.
Yep, with a new name coming soon, apparently. Omni Fandom Expo will return August 6th through the 8th in 2021. This gives everyone another year to plan and prepare. We hope for plenty of time to allow the current health situation to have some form of stability with immunization and treatment available to allow gatherings safely once again for all to enjoy. Nevertheless, we will continue to plan for safe health standards, hanging on to the supplies we have already been gathering for this year, so we will be ready for 2021. We have been in close contact with our hotel location and will continue to do so as we monitor changes in the current situation. We ask everyone to please remember that we are a small convention. And as such, we rely on pre-registration and merchant sales to afford all the pre-con required expenses, such as venue, advertising, flights, etc. This means that, as before, all monies previously received were already applied to the hotel and convention planning, and any flight refunds from March's postponement are still in limbo. Other expenses were rolled over from one set of dates to the next. What does that mean for those of you whom already helped support Omni Fandom Expo 2020? Hotel rooms should be automatically be canceled by the Days Hotel by Wyndham Celebration. In case if they are not, please give them time to do so. The hotel has not yet fully reopened, and staff there is currently extremely limited on working from home. Number 2, pre-registration and merchant booth tables. As with our previous postponement from March to August of this year, we will be rolling over all purchases of the new 2021 dates. You will not need to do anything, as this will be automatic.
Good.
For panelists, once again, we will be clearing the panel schedule when the new dates are created. We will make an announcement once the new dates and times are available. We apologize for this inconvenience, but we have felt it best to everyone's interest to simply reset the panel times in case anyone needs to change their schedule. Now, for the merchants who are unable to attend our new dates, will need to contact us. The same requirements as last time will apply. Due to the lack of sufficient funds and at this time, okay, there's a lot of information here, but there's information.
Spill it up.
All right, I guess I'll be going.
You opened this Pandora's labyrinth. It's time for you to go through it.
Feel free
Due to the lack of sufficient.
it.
All right. Due to the lack of sufficient funds, we will be unable to refund until the specific table booth resells. Contact us with your table booth number and company name, as well as proof of purchase, so that we may release your table booth and place you on our refund list. Merchants who canceled previously and their table booth has not resold, contact us immediately with your information so that we may place you back on the same spot. Merchants who canceled previously and your table booth is not available, but you were not yet refunded due to the same not yet completing. If there's a table or booth currently available, please place your reservation and contact us with your information so that we may apply your previous payments on the new table booth. As always, we thank everyone for their support of our small event. We wish all the best of safety and health in these trying times and hope to see you all in 2021. We love you all, and please be safe when we can see you next year. Sincerely, Samantha, the owner of Omni Fandom Expo.
Well, there we have it.
I apologize. That was a very long statement, longer than what Juan read.
To be fair, though, this long statement wasn't important because they covered the one thing people were worrying about. No, we can't give you the money back, but yes, we can roll your purchase over next year so you don't have to pay for it all over again.
So if you got a pass, you still got that pass. It's the pass that you're going to get it. Yeah, that you're going to get in for next year. If you're a vendor, then and you've got your booth already paid for, we'll just hold on to it and use it for the next year. You're good.
Hang on to those receipts.
If you must get a refund, go ahead and contact us. Go ahead and contact Omni Fandom Expo is what I mean, and we'll go ahead and get you set up with a refund, and we'll go ahead and reopen that slot. And if for some reason, if you want to come back and do it anyway, then just reapply and you can get a slot again.
See, I can work with that.
Like that's good. And with Omni Fandom Expo being a smaller convention, they need every cent.
They live and die by those attendance tickets, let's be honest.
Yes, they do. Exactly. So, folks, I would like to thoroughly, wholeheartedly, and with no sense of shame at all, if you haven't gotten a pass for either Lumi-Con or Omni Fandom Expo, go ahead and buy one at your earliest convenience for next year. Support these small conventions. They need your love. They need your money. They really do. And you need them so that you can get the good brain juice endorphins released in here next year. Because we can't get it right now, so we're going to have to put an appointment for it. Guys, help them out.
We only have sad juice. What's the opposite of like endorphin?
I don't know, cortisol?
There we go.
I don't know.
We're now steaming in cortisol juice.
Which is also the stuff that makes you retain fat when you're like in survival mode because you're stressing so hard.
Well, we're certainly getting more weight now that we're unable to go to the gym.
I know, right? That being said, much props to the organizers of Omni Fandom Expo and Lumi-Con for looking out for us and doing what's right for everyone, all parties involved. I wish I could say the same for those organizing Collective Con, which is happening right now in Jacksonville.
Jesus fucking Christ, Jackson! What? No.
It's too late. It's already happening.
It's already happening. It's too late. It's gone. I hope that they're shriveling.
Here's the thing: a lot of cons in Florida had to cancel due to the same reason. How the hell is Collective Con allowed to be held, allowed to keep going?
Some people just don't give a shit.
Some folks just don't give a shit.
And there is
some sort of some sort of loophole, some sort of red tape that allowed them to keep going?
Is there a law or curfew in that area currently active telling you that you cannot have meetings over a certain amount of people?
Let's science that up and find out. I'll go ahead and do the
Please
research.
investigate.
You guys continue with your unsolicited opinion.
Because the way I see it, if there's no actual law telling you, hey, stop that, they will do it. I mean, dude, you've seen our beaches. People will find any excuse. And if there's no excuse, they'll say, fuck it, and they'll do it anyway. And hey, I sincerely hope that nobody gets sick when they go there. But if they do, I have no tears left to shed.
Oh, no, I think we already talked about this. If they choose to go, it's on them, not us.
Actions and consequences. When you activate the trap card, you gotta fulfill the condition and pay the cost and go through the standby phase.
That being said, what the hell, Jacksonville? Come
you
on,
have to
guys.
go through the standby phase before you can start your main phase 1.
Exactly, and they are clearly rushing into the end phase at the rate this is going.
Yeah, no kidding. Like,
Whoops.
you would figure that the governing officials over in Jacksonville would actually like stamp out Collective Con for being held this year because of the crisis.
Maybe they just don't care enough. Maybe they figure that, hey, there's not enough people for us to risk. Maybe I could speculate all day here, but I honestly, it are speculating. They just don't give a shit.
It's all speculation. But all the other cities,
there's at least one official in the background going, finally, I can get rid of those fucking nerds in my state.
Oh no!
Just shove them all into the gas chambers. I mean, the convention center.
Wow!
It might as well be.
Might as well be.
Well,
Confunk is a thing, and now just add coronavirus to the confunk.
I mean, dude.
Just go on.
You know all those animes where all the bad guys have those nasty-looking SS uniforms?
Yeah.
Just get enough cosplayers of that in there, and we're good. Just the whole Millennium Troop from Helsing. Just get them in there. We're good.
There are cities and counties that are all following the health and safety guidelines, doing everything they can to protect the citizens, and yet Jacksonville has given the green light for Collective Con.
What was it? What were the lyrics of that song? Blast off! It's party time.
Oh God!
Something on Asian. Blast off! It's party time. Or where the fuck are you? Well, they're in there. Good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, hey man,
is this
maybe things go perfectly fine. Maybe everything goes well.
What's wrong?
All right, no, like the only thing that I could find in terms of like anything related to COVID-19 in Jacksonville, aka Clay County, is the first result that I'm getting is the Visit Jacksonville website.
Of
as
course.
a tourism site. Visit Jacksonville. Visitor safety is Visit Jacksonville's top priority, and we are monitoring the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. It's bullshit. Okay, it's all bullshit. Basically,
empty words.
You can go ahead and abridge it for us.
No, basically, it just reads as blah blah blah. Lip service. We're maintaining distance where we can. Wash your hands.
We're monitoring this.
Monitoring. What fucking monitoring?
I hate that sentence. Monitoring the situation. Might as well say, yeah, we're watching and see what happens. Let's see what happens. That's what it means.
You know what it reminds me of? There's a stupid episode of The Simpsons where we have the subplot that Bart Simpson in an auction bought for $3 a fucking parcel of property that was a giant warehouse, and he hired Milhouse, paying him nothing to be the security guard.
Oh my
and
God.
he had the night watch. The next day, Bart comes over, the entire building collapsed. Milhouse is standing there with a cup of coffee. He's like, what did you do? I thought you were supposed to watch watch the warehouse. I did. I watched as it started to fall over, and then it fell over.
Oh my God!
Nothing! There's nothing you could...
So there's no laws or rules in place to stop large gatherings within the Jacksonville area.
None that I could see specifically. Now, of course, the folks running Collective Con are being like, well, we're doing limited capacity, and we're doing the temperature checks with the little laser, and we're doing, everyone wears a mask because that's mandatory, but that still isn't enough.
It's not enough.
Okay, we're going to say this one more time. The guys who run Metro Con, the guys who run Omni Fandom Expo, Samantha, if you're watching this, I love you, thank you. And the folks running Lumi-Con, Rudy and the gang, you guys, thank you guys fucking very much. By the way, Rudy was the one who jumped in earlier today on our stream of those.
Oh, cool.
Thanks, man. I hope you enjoyed our streaming. We're
I hope you enjoyed it.
To come.
I hope you'll join us again sometime. And yes, thank you for, what was the word? Giving a shit.
Giving a shit, yes.
We sincerely appreciate, you took that shit and you just gave it like a Christmas gift wrapped in a nice bow.
Get your shit together.
Our sincerest appreciation.
That being said, I can already anticipate the feedback coming from Collective Con after this weekend's over.
Let them. What feedback? You mean the ambulances?
Yeah, let's say that.
Maybe the feedback from the bullhorns where they have to direct said ambulances.
Hey, make no mistake. We don't want bad things to happen to people. Okay? We don't walk into the movie hoping it will suck. But if we walk out of there tossing our popcorn in disgust, there's a reason for that.
We don't
I'm gonna blame us for it.
Yeah, we don't want bad things to happen. But if they're not going to follow the guidelines, if they're not going to protect the people, then we cannot defend them. We cannot speak
And
positively
if the
about
people
them.
don't want to protect themselves, don't forget, the con may be open, but the con can't force you to go to the con. They chose to go to the con. I mean, hey, good luck, guys. I hope it goes well for you, but if something happens,
we ain't shedding any tears for it.
that's on you. Full responsibility for your actions. I hope you come out of this one healthy, because you certainly ain't coming out smelling like roses.
You know
It's a
what?
con. Nothing ever does.
Yeah, you know what? At this point, we've said this many times.
It feels like we have to say it every day.
Yes, the best course of action for right now is to stay home, practice social distancing. There's other fun things that you can do online. You can go online and you can, if you have any subscriptions, you can watch shows. If you have money in your pockets, hell, you can go online and actually look up some cool video games that are coming out soon. That's the beauty about it. Despite the global pandemic, there's always new shows and new video games that are still being produced.
I think the main problem is the fact that these people are just not used to staying inside. Even the people that we hang out with are not as used to staying inside as we are. I mean, hell,
We're fucking
even without a virus,
with.
I'm basically a hermit in my cave in the mountains, surrounded by thunderclouds and eagles. You come to me for ancient wisdom of the old fathers.
It's true. We go to him whenever we.
Every time I go to my house, my back hunches, I get a staff, and my beard grows like 20 feet. Point in case is, we are used to this stuff. If you told us, dude, you gotta stay home because of the plague, I'd be like, plague?
There's a plague.
Point in case,
Okay,
they just want to socialize.
You can find this a little weird for what it's worth if you want.
Shoot.
So far, I'm not finding any initial posts about the con or about the event going on.
Good. That means nothing has gone wrong yet.
Well, you could say that. You could also say Jason David Frank missed his flight, or there was a problem with his flight and he didn't show up.
Well, you see, he was going to, but then Rita Repulsa's minions showed up, and he had to defend the innocent bystanders.
Ooh, that must be a
the fight
big
scene-
blow to
the
the guest.
The fight scene went on for so long that he missed the flight. It happens.
Nevertheless, we'll have to move on. We'll continue monitoring the situation with collective. I know. I said the thing.
You know what? We shouldn't sugarcoat it. We're going to sit back and see what happens.
We'll sit back and
That's
see
what we
happens.
do.
And in
That's
the
all we
meantime,
ever
like
do.
I said, we'll continue to talk about fun things like shows, like animes, like movies, like video games.
Yes!
Speaking of video games,
Speaking of video games.
Oh, God.
So remember when many years ago we said we would finally have flying cars? Well, that didn't come through.
That didn't come true.
That's unfortunate. But we said that we could have wonderful medicinal advancement that could cure many illnesses.
okay.
That came through, but then people stopped taking the medicine, so that didn't work out either.
Thanks.
So we took to video games, and so maybe video games will finally improve. Maybe we'll get some beautiful, amazing art pieces that will blow us away.
Was that true?
No. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a video game called Gamer Girl now. There's a short trailer that was quickly taken away by the PlayStation channel, but recovered by the Xbox video channel, because they're not going to miss a chance to share in the competition.
To spare our viewers from looking up the video, can you give us the basics on what the game's about?
You play the role of a Twitch chat mod, and your job is to manage the chat to make sure that the girl that you are managing will become the best gamer girl like no one ever was.
It's disgusting.
That's right, my dudes. After many years, we have finally reached the greatest breakthrough in gaming technology. We made a simp simulator.
Who's the fucking production company that's responsible for this?
I have no idea. I hope they're fired. But seriously, thank you. You just gave me laughs for a week and a half. You play a simp modding a chat for a gamer girl so she can become the next Alinity or the next Pokemon or whatever the name is of the next thought that comes around flashing her tits on the internet.
How the fuck can this game be marketable to anybody who wants it?
I don't know, but I guarantee
Because
you.
there's a market for simps.
I guarantee you
There's a
someone's going to
market
buy
for
it.
guys who are desperate to be acknowledged by a woman who doesn't even give him the time of day.
Bro,
That is fucking ludicrous.
just save your money for an
Hey,
escort. At least
Don't go dragging one of the premier rappers of the 2000s into this discussion, right? Ludacris had nothing to do with this.
No.
You want him to throw them bows?
I don't want him to
Get
take
back, motherfucker.
I don't want him to take my money. I'm rolling on 20s. Okay.
Whoop, whoop, yep.
That being said, no, I don't
One
see this.
spontaneous explosion of blue SI.
I personally don't think that this game is gonna take.
I
off.
guarantee you, someone's gonna buy it out of
Someone-
either morbid curiosity, sheer disgust, or just to see what the hell it is about, or genuinely wanting to experience it.
As I mentioned, there's always an audience, for bad or worse. I just don't think that it's going to be hoisted as one of the top selling games in the world.
Each living capitalismus. But no, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a game about you being a Twitch mod for a chat for a gamer girl because
That's what we want?
Because we live in a society where we have monetized loneliness. And we got a fucking subset of the human race that is so desperate for the slightest sliver of affection. Not even sex. Not even sex doesn't even matter anymore. Just the mere sliver of affection is enough for them to throw away at the screen the money in hopes to be acknowledged. Like we have gone somehow below. Like we hit rock bottom and then we pulled out a fucking drill and just kept going down. We didn't pierce the heavens. We're going down. We're gonna pierce the mantle.
The mantle is goo.
Well, we're gonna pierce that anyway. But
Wow.
that's stupidity aside. Let's talk about a good game for once.
Oh, thank you.
A recent release by the nice folks at Sucker Punch. You might know them as the ones who made the Sly Cooper series and the
Yay.
Infamous series.
Yay!
They have released a fantastic open-world samurai-themed game, Ghost of Tsushima.
Nice.
You play the part of Jin, who in Japanese is voiced by Zoro from One Piece, funnily enough. Also, apparently, that dude just voices samurai all the time. Like, he's just the guy you get to voice a samurai. He's voiced samurai in like 75 different animes, including the iconic movie Sword of the Stranger.
We
Highly
should look up
recommend
his
it.
Wikipedia page and see if he's voiced Samurai Jack. But continue.
Not Samurai Jack, Sam.
Ah!
So anyway, you play the form of Jin, who used to be a band of samurai who get their asses kicked by the Mongols. Wait, no, it's the Huns, my bad. And your job is to kick ass, take Nick, and restore your honor. And you can choose whether to play the game as an honorable samurai or as the Ghost of Tsushima, uses dirty tactics and shinobis the shit out of people. Beautiful, expansive world. Kind of fancy combat style. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Revengeance with all the pairing and counter pairing and blocking and
Huh.
Revengeance.
Revengeance.
The man worships nanomachinery over here.
He does.
Transhumanism is the future, and you ain't gonna. Unless we invent biological immortality, none of you motherfuckers are gonna convince me.
Bro, we don't even have flying cars. What makes you think that us becoming cyborgs will ever happen?
To be fair, though, giving flying cars to the population right now is a recipe for disaster.
I mean, we have idiots who don't believe in wearing masks so much that they're buying masks that protest them not wanting to buy masks.
Isn't that just?
Yeah.
Dude, the launch ladies at my school wore nets in their heads. That's a face mask for your hair.
Yeah.
Are you gonna tell me that you are better than the launch lady at school?
Apparently they think so.
Well, fuck them. That lady was very nice, and she gave me the good slice of pizza. So shut up.
Like, there's also people who are even extra dumber and decide to wear masks made of chiffon lace.
What?
Or crocheted masks where your mouth is completely exposed. And it looks like you have this weird jaw made of yarn.
The whole world has turned into a Mortal Kombat convention, but everybody wanted to cosplay Scorpion. It's the opposite. Get over there, not here.
That being said, back to the game that you mentioned, I can see that taking off. And who doesn't like an open world game based on samurais?
At first, there was a bit of worry because, we've been kind of swamped with open world games ever since the Assassin's Creed series came out.
Right.
But so far, for what I've seen, reception has been mostly positive. People seem to enjoy the story and the combat. The game apparently is a little slow, but it's got some really cool deals. For example, since you have open world, instead of having big glowing arrow pointing at where you're supposed to go, when you press the button, the wind blows in the direction you are supposed to go. To show off all the sick techniques of this. Look at this fucking grass sway with the wind. We spent 1 million fucking hours mowing these trees. Admire the goddamn trees.
They did it on MS Paint just to prove that they
1,000 hours. and also, fun fact, guess how you find secrets throughout the world?
How?
Follow the birds. Or chase that fox.
Interesting.
What color birds are they?
Depends. Apparently, the color of the bird may indicate the type of secret you can find.
So if there's a black bird, for instance, like ravens, perhaps.
I don't know. How many ravens were there in Japan?
You'd be surprised.
Good point. Also, of course, because we can't have a big release without some stupid shit surrounding it, 2 hilarious little things happens.
Right.
The first thing is, after the questionable reception of The Last of Us 2, Metacritic has taken a new rule. From now on, when a game is released, you have to wait 3 days before you post a review. Essentially saying you have to play it before you decide. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool and all. How long before this game fucking blows that other game away? Huh? Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
How about you anyway?
And second, of course, the average minority Twitter crowd decided that they had a new more reason to go on a crusade and started lambasting the game because it wasn't perfectly historically accurate. Now, the best part is...
It's not supposed to be!
The best part is some of them were complaining about the fact that Soccer Punch was going behind their backs to get the opinion of actual Japanese people in Japan.
Oh, God.
Now, let's make one thing clear. This game is most definitely not historically accurate.
No, absolutely
The
not.
characters were almost from different time periods. Many of the things that happened there, for example, Haiku was not going to be until like 400 years after this happened. But, two things. The creators went out of the way to say, this is not meant to be historically accurate. This is meant to be like a samurai movie, like a classic.
Right.
In fact, there's even a black and white filter that blurs the sound called Kurosawa mode.
Nice!
Also,
Shout out to Akira Kurosawa.
guess what the option is for Japanese with English subtitles?
What is?
True samurai mode. I'm like, okay. Also, in a hilarious inversion of the usual things that happen in this movie, because the lip syncing is in English, when you put it in Japanese, the lip syncing is off.
It's out of sync.
It's reverse lip sync. I'm like, okay.
Very good. Very nice.
Pretty good.
I like
Okay,
that.
that's some good news. We like that.
Finally, something good to come out
Better
of the
news.
that's stupid.
Better news is the fact that despite the Twitter crowd complaining and whining and bitching, guess what the Japanese reaction has been to this game?
We like it.
Guys, this game is fucking cool. In fact, it's so cool that the notoriously critical Famitsu magazine has given this game a 40 out of 40 score. This is
Bullshit!
This is the third only Western-made game they have ever given that score to.
Who were the other two before it?
Shit, that's tough. Let me look it up.
Okay, you go look it up. The point is, we hope this game succeeds. It sounds like a lot. It sounds like it's a lot of fun. And hey, man, I'm looking to see more footage from it. I mean, there you go. Something positive from the internet.
Some positive things. Some good news.
Yeah,
you know, we're not like that one dude from The Office who took some of our good news and sold it off to the highest bidder like an asshole. You see, I'm looking at you, fucking Jack Reach, whatever you know, Jack Ryan.
The only two other games to receive a 40 out of 40 out of the notoriously difficult magazine were The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim and Grand Theft Auto 5. It is also the second funded title in a row to receive their accolade after Death Stranding swiped it away last year. So there you have it.
Okay.
The Japanese people took a look at this Japanese-inspired game made by the West and went, that is fucking cool. Thank you. Nice job. And everybody on Twitter, well, not everybody, it's just usually the small idiot over there going, no cultural appropriations.
Well, maybe those sons of bitches deserve to have their profiles hacked.
Speaking of which, Joseph,
all right.
Hang on. Before we talk about this,
two things. First, Joseph, grab the popcorn.
Gentlemen, it is time for the
Angel,
making of Hacker Man.
I have a feeling that you're going to enjoy this.
Yay!
And gentlemen, allow me to bring in our friend, Sarah, over here.
What's up, Chief?
How have you been?
Hi, welcome back.
There we go. There was a little lag. Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you for jumping in with us. Thank you for accepting my last-minute invitation on this.
Nah, you go right ahead. You deserve all the salt.
This is
No,
delicious.
this is salty. No, we got buttery movie popcorn.
Oh, buttery. Okay.
Okay.
The last few news.
We're not kidding.
The last few news have basically been a comedy show.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
okay. Obviously, as you can tell on our lower
shit.
Chiron, whatever the fuck this thing is called, this past Wednesday, Twitter, specifically verified profiles on Twitter, got hacked.
That's right.
They were used for a massive, very janky Bitcoin scam.
Did you know that if you give away your money,
You get more money
I
back.
can give you more money back? Who are you? I'm Bill Gates.
For those who don't know who built Bitcoin is, Juan, how could you describe them?
No, popcorn.
Okay, how would you describe Sarah? How would you describe Bitcoin for those who don't know?
I just know it's a cryptocurrency, and you have to have a lot of machinery in order to mine for the coins. And I think it's too late to get into it. You know, you had to get in early to make money. So I think too many people are into it now to make a profit.
So yeah, so I guess I could say that Bitcoin's a little tough to get into, and it's expensive as hell.
So
one Bitcoin's worth several $1,000s or whatever, right?
So essentially, take the arbitrary value of immaterial money and then just apply the stupidity of the internet to it.
Yes.
So it's monopoly cash, but for real.
Yes.
Huh.
Oh my God.
There, nailed it.
Now, things got so bad that apparently Twitter, at their headquarters in New York, had gone and started switching off the profiles of all these verified people, including goddamn Donald Trump.
Good.
I heard about that.
So there was a golden moment. There was a golden moment in our lives
Where stupid shit didn't come out of the prison.
where stupid bullshit didn't come out of the president's fucking mouth.
Wait a second.
Hold on. Can we all just take a collective moment? You hold this from, and just like breathe that in. Just nice deep breath.
Fast.
And it's not
That
just,
was nice.
it's not just Donald Trump. Also the verified accounts of Joe Biden, the running candidate, and Kanye West and Elon Musk.
No,
You know
it
what
got
this
so
thing-
bad that not only were these profiles all hacked, but some of their DM lists and history got downloaded and leaked out as well, including the director of Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson, to the
Jesus.
point that he said, "Screw you guys, I'm going home," and left Twitter
Also,
because of it.
this means that they turn it off not just for security, but because they knew these people are so stupid, somebody was going to fall for it. The last few months have shown us that people as a collective... What was that again, that line from Men in Black?
Now, a person is smart. People are scared, panicky, and violent creatures, and you know it.
So
And they're dumb.
imagine all of that on like the internet. That's Twitter. So I guarantee you they turned it off because somebody was going to fall for it. Which brings the question: imagine having the power to hack Twitter, and you use it for this. Isn't that like stealing a plane just to get the free peanuts or something? Help me out here, because I don't know, bro.
Like, give us your take, Sarah. Come on.
Well, I was thinking if you were going to hack Twitter, wouldn't you want to release Trump's DMs?
Yes, please. I mean, for crying out loud, that would be a terrible national security breach. But considering who's running this nation, I'll take any security breach I can get because the guy's an asshole, and I'd rather take any security breach that would show everyone how much of a criminal fuck he is any day of the week. I don't care how it's coming along.
I mean, let's face it.
Anonymous could have done this shit, and we could have been rid of the motherfucker years ago.
You were ahead of me by 1 second. I was going to say, if the Twitter hacker doesn't do it, Anonymous will.
Don't forget, the media built Trump, and they hate him the most of all now because they made him. The man came into office by virtue of fucking memery.
You gotta
Memes 101 put this fucker in the office.
Folks, you gotta remember, the motherfucker didn't even really want to be president. He was
No,
using
he
the
didn't.
publicity scam so he could try and open up his own, like, cable TV network.
And
Like,
media
Trump
program.
TV. Even, like, the fact that he won, and he still did that in, like, a really shitty way on his Facebook channel, and is run by one of his daughter-in-laws or whatever the fuck, whatever plastic Barbie doll that he reanimated with the blood of the innocent. I don't know.
Barbie world.
So, the fact that he still tried to do that
Plastic.
as, you know, like state propaganda or Trump propaganda, whatever the fuck it
It's
is,
just good old
it just goes to
propaganda.
show you
There's
how
also the fact that,
short-sighted the fucking guy is.
by the way, apparently there's also the fact that the bad orange man did one good thing in
What?
his entire career as president.
What?
Believe it or not, no, this wasn't recent, but he actually saved a bunch of jobs. Several car companies, whose names I can't remember, were threatening to move their shit outside. So he put them all together and said, if you do that, I will tax all your shit by 35%. And they're like, bruh. And he's like, no. You work here. So I don't care what his intention was. For once, his actions had good results because he saved a bunch of jobs.
There was one other.
And I fear that may have been one of the things that pushed him to popularity before the election happened. Because whether he intended to or not, he actually stuck out for the little guy. Once.
Once.
Hey,
And
gotta protect the assets, you know what I mean?
the Twitter hack also affected the wrestling accounts for WWE and All Elite Wrestling.
Oh my god.
I didn't, and they were quick to set up backup temporary accounts the same day. I was on the Wednesday Night War talking about both shows. I did not bring it up because I wanted to talk about the whole hacking situation in full circle today.
What the fuck did this? Such a massive movement for such a petty little... Is this Digimon the movie?
Oh my!
Like, is this how it starts? First they hack Twitter, next thing you know they're launching nuclear warheads. Also, that movie was fucking fantastic. Even if it was chopped up old shit, it was still pretty fun.
That was a nice little movie. Okay, Sarah, help me out here. Like, I want your take on this. Like, what sort of sauce or what sort of
she kind of looks like
tea
a
you want to like? Which Digidestined?
I don't know, Sora.
All right.
No, wait, it's Mimi, the one with the long hair and the cowboy hat.
I don't know if you ever watched Digimon growing up, but that's a compliment.
No, I had a boyfriend who did, but
That's a compliment.
Man of good taste.
Well, yeah. But that being said, oh my God, no! Was your Twitter affected?
no.
Okay, good.
Neither was ours.
Hey,
Neither was yours.
we survived.
You know
why?
My Twitter has like one post in 3 years, man. I don't even exist in there.
Like, there was this entire bit, folks, when unverified Twitter accounts who've been trying and fighting to get verification for years, we all just fucking sat back and laughed at the dumpster fire.
And now we are in the dumpster fire, and the smell is terrible.
No, the dumpster fire for Twitter. That was just one dumpster fire. It's okay.
I
It's
know,
different.
but I can smell it from here.
Yeah, but you're
It's
not
already
in
gone.
it.
It smells like moral outrage and self-righteousness.
But it's already gone.
Yeah, it's gone. You're fine. It's okay.
All right.
Standing.
All right. Give us your take, Sarah. Let us know your thoughts and how you reacted about this shit.
I remember a friend of mine DM'd me about it, and he's like, "Now it's our time to take over."
Oh, God. We should have done it when we had the chance. We should have taken over.
Yes.
That would have been hysterical.
It reminds me of the Chuckling Gang last year because they hacked a lot of celebrities' accounts and said a bunch of racist stuff on there, like they did it to Mariah Carey, they did it to Adam Sandler,
Yep.
and they actually did it to Jack, the head of Twitter.
Oh, Jack Dorsey.
Mm-hmm.
Not even.
And no one ever found out about them. I tried investigating it with someone else, looking at Reddits, and we never found out about the Chuckling Gang.
Oh, my God.
See, every time this happens, whoever does it usually just uses it to pull these stupid pranks that ultimately have no long-term consequences. How long before somebody gets their hands on this and actually decides to abuse this power to do some nasty fucking damage? They're not going to be some righteous avengers of justice trying to dig out dirt. They're going to get their hands on that information and they're going to do terrible things with it. It will be like the brown note, but for the internet.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Do yourself a favor. I don't know if you actually know what the term the brown note is, Sarah, but I guess I'll fill you in on it later. It is not for public consumption. Let me just say
Let's be
that.
honest, if we found it, we would abuse it horribly.
You're not
Don't
wrong.
Google it.
Dude, see, just imagine, 2 countries go to war and one of them knows that, they will demoralize the entire army by battle 1.
No.
No nationality will survive under the power of the brown note. Because it will give you the brown pants.
It's that bad, Sarah.
It's good to see you again, Sarah. It's been a while.
Yeah.
The one thing that we were also sort of like half following, at least I was, during this entire ordeal from the Twitter hack, there's been obviously the stupid drama happening in the YouTube beauty community.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
And I'm over here thinking, like, I wonder if either Jeffree Star or Shane Dawson got affected by it. Nope.
Of course not.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, Jeffrey released his video today, and I was fuming. I was firing off on Twitter just before you invited me on here.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually saw
What the hell is up with this guy? Seriously.
he's a bit of an egomaniac.
He
A
is.
bit.
A bit.
Yeah.
Put it this
Just
way.
a tiny just a tiny like, okay, you know how whenever you see a recipe that says add a pinch of salt?
How much is a pinch?
He is a pinch.
You sure about that?
An egomaniac.
So by that, do you mean something like really a pinch, or this man is sucking his own dick so hard he's going to collapse into a singularity of philosophy?
Angel, I remember that has my last name on it, and my ego is only a tenth of what he's got.
Okay, let me put it this way. You know how everyone used to say the rumor that Marilyn Manson had his lower ribs removed in order for him to do exactly that?
Oh, Christ.
It's like that, but for real.
Here's your fucking
Right? Like, he's, like, Jeffrey's that bad.
He is.
Metaphorically speaking, obviously, we're not saying that he's some sort of nutball who cut out his
No, he is. No, he is. I the stuff I know about him recently. Oh, he needs to be.
Yeah,
He needs to be
up on the
medicated.
internet.
may I quote you?
He needs to be
May I?
sedated.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, this was put out like 45 minutes ago. Sarah was discussing the shit that Jeffree Star put on his video.
That's fine.
Jeffree Star, you son of a bitch! How dare you use the murders of Breonna Taylor and Elijah McClain just to get heat off of you? I truly have no other words. I'm just furious.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the motherfucker was trying to deflect off of his personal drama where he was basically trying to, well, okay, he did shit.
and swallow.
Okay, help me out here because
Sarah, fill in the blanks. So, tell us about it.
I'm pissed off and I'm trying not to talk with my mouth full.
Let's let Sarah.
So I'm gonna be polite.
Juan.
No, please.
So he made his response video today on his tacky couch, and it was called something like "Doing What's Right," and he was talking about there are more important things in this world. Breonna Taylor's murderers still haven't been convicted. Elijah McClain's murderers still haven't been convicted. I nearly hit the roof. He talked about I'm removing myself from the drama. I'm removing myself from the drama. I'm not about the drama. I have never committed a crime in my life. Never committed a crime. James, I'm so sorry. I've never tried to take down a career.
James
Never.
Crow, another beauty guy.
Of course.
Sorry, continue.
And he said he never tried to take down a career. And and he said, before COVID-19, it was a different time, but now things are different, and the beauty community is shifting.
I'm so glad I don't have my glasses on right now. I would rip them off and throw them in frustration.
Thanos should have killed all of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your
We should have
glasses.
just everybody.
Hey.
Gone.
I'm gonna throw someone's
Be
glasses.
gone.
Here, you want to throw something? Give him the empty bucket of popcorn.
Fine. This thing is not empty, by the way. You're cleaning after yourself.
I ain't throwing this. Actually, you know what? Hang on.
Jesus, Juan.
Calculated throws.
There we go.
Oh, this man's shit.
No.
His kernel-based fury erupted
See,
like popcorn.
Is the shitbag that we really don't need in our community. The man is egotistical. The man is he's just a general piece of shit. I don't have any other words for him based on what we just read and what we're talking about. I'm
Yep.
sorry, no. We need actual people that are actually contributing to this community, such as yourself, Sarah. Like
Thank you.
you're one of them. Yes, absolutely. And Juan, you're also a contribution to this community.
Absolutely.
Yes. Hands
Oh
down.
no, I'm a contribution.
And you, Angel, how much you want to push your propaganda for planetary genocide, we also consider you a contribution.
I wouldn't call it genocide. I would call it more like a forcefully invasive species. No, it's genocide.
It's genocide.
You jackass.
But the point is, I'd rather focus on talking about people that used to be that were a contribution to our community, to the entire world. And sadly, one of these people, and I'm segueing out of this, has recently passed this week.
Oof.
And I want to take time to actually talk about it. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. His name is Grant Imahara. He's one of the pioneers in advanced robotics and sci-fi.
Ah, yes. You may recognize him as the cool, nerdy Asian guy from Mythbusters. He was the one that came up with the episode where they fill a whole house with popcorn and exploded it from the inside out.
Yes.
It was pretty cool. Unfortunately, what's not cool is the fact that our friend has some brain problems. And either they didn't catch it on time or there was just no way to catch it. And sadly, once again, the good had left us when they were young.
Yeah, no. And not just that, but also Grant Imahara also competed in the first televised events of BattleBots back in the year 2000 when it came out. I
That man
remember
could have invented Jaegers.
he could have invented Jaegers. He was also involved in different Star Wars projects. Have you had a chance?
Specifically, he worked on the sequel, on the prequel trilogy in special effects production. God damn it! Like the one thing that I'm going to remember him most for was the beautiful memes that we've come up with surrounding the glory of his genius. Say, for example, my favorite one: his starter Pokemon was Missingno.
Oof.
Okay. just to give you a little, just for helping you nerd up a little on that. In the original programming on the Game Boy for the first Pokemon games, they had to fill a specific amount of slots in their profiles for the Pokemon, but you only had 150. They had to have like 155. So they had 5 blank spots that had nothing on it, and it was written out MISSINGNO for those blank spots that were just there for filling up the game.
That was him.
It's literally like if you come across that glitch in your system, it would wipe out your game. So, as a joke, in honor of this guy's genius, we'd say that his starter Pokemon was Missingno, the glitch Pokemon of death that would destroy you just by looking at it. So, just as a reference to how much of a badass he was, how much of a genius the man was, God, he's sorely missed, and it really is heartbreaking, especially for nerds.
Yeah,
especially for nerds who actually fucking believed in something, man.
Yeah, because we never know if there's any other future projects that he was working on before this happened.
And now we never will.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's not the only Asian person who died recently. This is a while out of the way, but it still technically counts as geek stuff. As you know, in 2015, Attack on Titan had a live-action adaptation. It wasn't that good, but bless the actors, they did their best. Unfortunately, Haruma Miura, the guy who played Eren Yeager, was found recently dead in his home at the age of 30. They suspect he may have been suicide. Apparently, he wanted to be a farmer when he was 19, but his mother convinced him to go back into acting. We don't know much else about him, but we lost Eren Yeager in real life.
So that's another damn shame here.
Shit's just kind of screwed right now, isn't it?
That's more really a result of like the terrible unspoken
Japan society is kind of shitty. Let's be honest.
Japanese depression issue. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also lost a civil rights leader recently,
Right.
John Lewis.
Yeah, Representative John Lewis. We lost. What was it today?
Damn.
Or was it yesterday? Today.
Jesus Christ. It's not even corona. People are just dying in general. Shit.
Yeah, no.
But he lived a full, courageous life, and his legacy will live on. So.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I suppose
you're right about that, sir.
he went out of this world with his ideals intact.
Indeed.
That's the best thing you can ask for a hero.
They all did. Like the guy, and also Grant Imahara. You know, he's definitely, his work.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, his work, like his involvement with these projects and everything. He has his fans. He has people who actually admire him for everything that he's done.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sort of messes with our head. Like, we've got these great people, folks who try to contribute to society. We got a guy who, like you said, Miura, the actor who played Eren Yeager, he was reluctant in becoming an entertainer, but he did so anyway, and he did a good job at it. And it
was one of the few good parts in that movie, and let me tell you, that movie wasn't that good. But still,
we got that shit happening, and yet we still have morons like goddamn Jeffree Star bickering on the goddamn internet. We still have morons who, in their defiance of masks laws, would wear masks made of chiffon lace or yarn woven out freaking knitting, or what's the one with just one needle called?
One needle? I don't know.
But fucking what do you call it? It's like we got stupid people in this world who just live the fuck on. We got people committing drama and trying to wreck other people's stuff for petty bullshit, and we're losing
cloud chasing. Yeah,
exactly.
But wait,
and we're losing folks who contributed and who try to help others.
But wait, there's more.
Really?
What?
You guys know that a while ago, Terry Cruz, who is a very big advocate of human rights and equality in general,
went
on record
Terry
stating,
Cruz is a national treasure and he must be protected.
He went on record saying that Black Lives Matter, but we should not let ourselves carry away and believe that they start promoting black superiority. The point is equality, not one over the other.
Yeah.
Predictably, a lot of people agree with him because Terry Cruz is a national treasure.
And he must be protected.
Predictably, a lot of people disagree with him because no matter what race you are, you can still be a piece of shit. Many of them accused him of the usual things that black folks that hate other black folks accuse black folks of. You are a race traitor. You're not black enough. What's that word again? Coon? C-O-O-N?
Oh, dude, yeah.
What the hell does that even mean?
I don't even know.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds incredibly insulting. So, predictably, not even blessed Black Jesus Terry Cruz is safe from the inherent bullshit that goes down in the internet. But because, of course, well, this is Terry. He's not going to let that shit get to him. He's a strong man.
Yeah.
But just to prove him right, almost immediately, Nick Cannon, who you recognize as the guy who Eminem thoroughly ignored, went on a web show and proceeded to go in what I can only describe as the most racist thing I have heard all year. The man went on a long diatribe essentially claiming that the more melanin you have in your skin, the more compassionate you are.
I read it.
Ergo, folks with less melanin in the skin are less compassionate by nature, which by that logic means that I must be the worst person in this room and Sarah is basically Hitler.
So what does that make me, Mussolini and Juan Stalin?
Yes. So when
comments.
What?
predictably, he got called out really hard on that, and he got fired from the show, after which he proceeded to make the most non-apology apology I ever seen.
Oh,
But let me put it this way.
see what I mean?
If you took the rant that man did and replaced every single instance of black with white,
It'd been the same damn thing.
burning crosses would come out of your asshole. A white hood would materialize out of my body if I said those things.
There's so much stupid in this world, man.
So on one hand, we got folks like Terry Cruz that have experienced the evils of racism and have shown us that anybody can rise to a good point in life no matter the color of the skin, and I'm trying to fight for what it means to be a good person regardless of the color of your skin. And then on the other side of the spectrum, we have this.
Asshole Nick Cannon.
Let this be a
Who
lesson
also
for you.
protected R. Kelly.
Oh, God.
Let this be a lesson for you, boys and girls. No matter the color of your skin, you have the potential to be a good person or a huge piece of shit. And no, being a minority doesn't protect you. And no, you don't get to play that card when you're an asshole.
I'm losing my head. Like, we lost John Lewis, we lost Grant Imahara, but we still got Nick fucking Cannon.
Why is the good guy young?
Why? Well, Representative Lewis, he was like 80. But still.
Yeah, I think so.
He's still like too young. The world needed more of this.
You know what?
Hang on, we gotta do it again.
Anger.
There we go. It's okay.
I'm double angry. I'm through the fucking popcorn.
It's okay. The bucket's worth like what?
But-
20 cents.
Thankfully, the majority of people, and I do emphasize the majority of people, saw this for the bullshit that it was, and he got righteously called out and fired for it. So, there you
At
go.
least there's some smarts in the world.
Let's be honest, this was just a desperate attempt to gather attention from the man that Eminem went and said, nah, I ain't.
Like, not even Eminem is gonna mess with the guy.
I know,
Just like,
not worth
he's
the
not
time.
worth the time.
But to be fair though,
And
do you
Eminem,
think the rap god is going to care what a fucking peasant
like,
from the
only-
lower rung of
like,
society
You have to
thinks?
notice one thing. The only really good claim that Nick Cannon has to his career is that he somehow married Mariah Carey.
Who wrote a better diss track to Eminem than he did.
That's not a claim to fame, that just means that she has horrible taste in men.
Oh!
And the woman's horrible herself too. Like,
Oh, well,
remember,
shit, never mind.
No, you
Oh,
have
I
to.
love Mariah.
No, I'm saying, okay. I'm saying this because I have experience on this. I used to work for a specific network that allowed you to shop at home. I think you know the name. And she did a partnership deal to put up her products on said network. Long story short, she had signed on a contract to show up for like each week for about a month straight, live at their studio, which is in St. Petersburg, across the bay from us, and help promote her products during that block on the week on the network. She showed up one day, and she barely said anything in front of the camera, and she wouldn't even bother sitting straight while presenting. She was trying to say, "Oh, well, I'm pregnant, so I have to lay sideways." She was basically sprawled on a two-man like love seat couch, like
Oh, okay.
sprawled like so,
Paint her like one of your French cars.
and she barely spoke for maybe 20 minutes out of a whole 2-hour promo block.
Ah, the lives of the rich and famous.
She it was terribly unprofessional. It was like gross, almost, because like she wouldn't try to give a little more poise while she's presenting her product and shit.
That is lazy.
This bitch.
I don't like the worst I see. I don't even get me started for from 2017 or 2018 when she
17 actually.
Yeah, when she sang on New Year's Eve in Times Square.
Oh, that.
And she just stopped singing halfway through. Everyone else was performing and dancing, and she just stopped singing in the middle.
What?
How's everyone tonight? And just left, twirled her butt for a minute, and left. While everyone else was still singing to the background music.
What?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. No, that is absolutely disgraceful.
Well, there you have it.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
I'm not going to diss you or anything for liking Mariah. Sarah, I promise.
The diva label is warranted. I know it. I admit it. So
You may still like her work, just don't ever meet your heroes.
oh no, I know I'd be disappointed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That being said, unfortunately, I got to go because I just got some family plans dropped on my lap and I gotta run.
Okay.
Hey, it's cool, dude.
I had enough time to say all I had to say. By the way, question: do you watch Attack on Titan, Sarah?
I don't.
Well, too bad. I hope that you actually get around and actually catch up to it because season 4 is coming soon, and I highly recommend everybody go check it out. It's good and it gets better. That's all I can say about it. I don't want to oversell it here.
It's a dramatic action anime. You'd like it if you're into anime.
Gentlemen, thank you kindly for letting me join today. I apologize. I have to run real quickly, but
All right, dude.
endless breadsticks await me.
No, you're fine.
Because when you're there, you're family. You sucker! How dare you?
Hey, I didn't get the idea.
Stupid Sonic movie.
But it was a good movie.
I know, but it was
Cyclops from the X-Men was there.
with a bad tan.
The Donald
With a
Road.
sprayed on tan.
Well, to be fair, though, he lives in the countryside. You gotta protect yourself.
But he had a spray on tan the whole
Yeah,
time.
protect yourself.
It's a fake tan.
No, you see, that's his mutant power. He has the power to fake tans everywhere he goes. Punches for the
Alright, go eat your dinner, man.
All right, let's get that off.
Yep, give it over.
All right.
And thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, man, we'll see you next week.
Well, yes, get your shit.
Yeah, get your shit, get out of here. Yeah.
Hang on. Hey,
All right.
this ain't.
That being said, while they're getting their stuff together, you know what? I actually want to shift around here. I don't want to talk any more of that bullshit. I want to talk about good stuff. I want to talk about really good stuff. Because on the subject of TV shows that are coming out, okay, well, not exactly TV per se, but bear with me. There are 2 sci-fi shows that are in the works right now. They'll be coming out soon. One of them is called Star Wars: The Bad Batch. Adios. And Star Trek: The Lower Decks.
How much do you know about these shows, Sarah? Or
This is the first time I've heard of them, but I'm intrigued.
okay. Well, all right. So, it's just to give you an idea of how they're coming out. These 2 shows have been announced this week, and they're animated shows. If you know anything about the Star Wars Clone Wars animated shows, they're a big hit. They're a big success. It was a whole series about how between Star Wars episodes 2 and 3, you had the Clone Wars, the big battle that set up the rise of the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
What was shown in the last season of the Clone Wars, which aired on Disney Plus, was that there was a division of the Star Wars clone troopers, right? That that eventually become the Imperial Stormtroopers, the bad guys. That there was a group specifically created to be the clandestine secret ops that do a lot of really dirty, really nasty work for the good guys, for the Republic and the Jedi. And these clone troopers took the nickname the Bad Batch because they're clones. They're born in hatcheries on a cloning planet, and they call themselves the Bad Batch because they don't play nice.
Yeah, they're bad. They're
badasses.
Yeah.
So we got to see them in a couple episodes of the Clone Wars. They're badass. They're cool, and apparently they're getting their own show, depicting their escapades, if you will.
It should be awesome.
And Star Trek Lower Decks also is an animated show that plays up. It basically takes place on the least important Star Trek Federation ship, and it revolves around the lives of the lowest ranking officers on the ship, with hijinks ensuing. It's a space comedy. It plays jokes on Star Trek itself, on all the conventions about Star Trek, on its own. And the comedy on it is raunchier. It's not really for kids.
No, it's not. The best way to describe it has the same animation and same comedy style, sort of, but not really, similar to Rick and Morty, but oh God, okay.
Popcorn. Go get a drink. Wait, you have a drink.
Yeah, I'm quitting popcorn as of tonight.
I can't quit the popcorn. It hurts me. No, but like if you take a look at the trailers for Star Trek Lower Decks, it's available on YouTube, and it's going to be premiering on the CBS All Access app in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. It's an animated series. It's funny. It's like, don't take it seriously. Have fun with the lore of Star Trek, and
when you watch it, don't view it as another Star Trek show.
View it as a comedic animated show with all the trappings of Star Trek in it.
And picture this. This is the first time Star Trek is getting an animated series long since their first classic animated series in the 70s.
And that one took place with the original cast, like Spock and Kirk and McCoy, and also there was a Star Trek animated series of the original crew, and now we have this, which is basically like a self-parody, loving jab at the franchise, like making jokes about like, oh well, where does this replicated food come from? Oh.
It's a lot of fun. It really is. And Juan, I'm glad you're here to tell us all this, man. Like, you are more engaged with sci-fi than we are.
One of the gags about it is that you have like I said, they're low-ranking officers trying to just work their way through on the ship, not get themselves in trouble. Of course, getting themselves caught up in all the hijinks that happen. Where like if this was a proper Star Trek show, it would be revolving around like the main officers of the ship and their adventures and everything. And like these guys want nothing to do with any of that. They don't want to deal with it. They just want to go on with their lives and. I didn't really have anything happening on my planet, so I just signed up for Starfleet. Why not? I'll just go ahead and fly around the galaxy. Well, but Starfleet is an organization that you have jobs you have to do.
Yeah.
You're assigned ranks. You're assigned like duties. You have to do whatever. I'm not really gonna bother. Okay, well you're on sanitation duty. You're on lunch duty. Oh, you're going with the tactical officer who's like a whole 5 heads bigger than you are, like as an alien race, and you have to work with him in sparring practice with the other people, and you get your ass pummeled. It's not meant to be serious. It's meant to be silly fun. So, like I said, Sarah, once you get the chance, if you haven't done so already, I highly recommend it. Just go ahead and look up the trailer. Like I said, it's called Star Trek Lower Decks. Yeah. We haven't gotten anything for the Star Wars animated series yet. It was just announced that they're producing it, but they haven't come up with a trailer, and there's no footage on it yet. But with a little bit of the information of like the characters from the Bad Batch unit as they appeared in the Clone Wars show, like seeing a story about them and about like the dark secret ops shit that they got to do. Obviously, it's a little bit grittier. It's a little bit more like, okay, Star Wars is meant to be like optimistic and like noble and stuff. These guys are not noble in any way. They're not really good people, but they're fighting for the good guys. They're fighting to help save the galaxy and all that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's
that being said, based on what we've read and what we've watched, I can predict that there's going to be a lot of seasons like of the Lower Decks coming out because like it's funny as hell.
Comedy.
We need stupid comedy. It's new material for Star Wars. Now, the Bad Batch, on the other hand, because it's based off of because it's referencing and it's connected to the main Star Wars story, I could see this work as maybe like 1 or 2 seasons.
I would say a 3-season run for this would probably be best. I'm taking my hair down because I'm like,
yeah, by all means, show off your Jedi mullet.
Yeah, really. Hang on, I actually got it. There we go.
You know, with the mullet, with the mullet that he has on, you would swear that he's from the Star Wars universe, right?
Right.
Come on! You cosplayed as Obi-Wan Kenobi back in the day.
Yes, I did. I say, please, I'm spoken for. Don't try to wing. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, Sarah. But like, yeah, no, these shows seem to be fun. Like, I don't know, like how much of either Star Trek or Star Wars you've watched or enjoyed over the years. Like your take on how these shows seem like they're going to be.
They sound like a lot of fun, especially the Star Trek one. I'm excited about that one.
Oh, you're going to love. There's one little bit in the trailer you're going to see right at the beginning. You hear like someone narrating their captain's log, like you always hear in these shows, and he's like, "Oh well, we're off to another adventure of the great unknown." and you actually see the guy talking. It's an ensign. It's one of the low-ranking dudes. His like roommate. She walks in and like, dude, we're looking for what the hell? What are you doing in there? Wow, you walked in like, are you pretending to do a captain's log? We're all supposed to keep logs of our reports, and you're pretending to be a captain. You're so like, dude, don't mess with me. It's silly. You'll love it.
It's very silly.
It's dumb fun, and we need it. But yeah, if you already have CBS All Access, you'll get to watch this thing.
Yay! That's my only disappointment. That it's a CBS All Access exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if we get it on like Netflix or something, or get like DVDs, I'm down.
Oh yeah,
I ain't even gonna lie. But yeah, like in terms of anything new that you might have been hearing about any of these shows or anything else that you were interested in watching, Sarah, why don't you fill us in and clue us in on this?
I'm looking forward to the last season of Glow on Netflix. I don't know when it's premiering, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, Glow. So you know which series that is, right?
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Sorry, it's been a very
Sean and I
long
love
time.
that series.
What's up?
Sean and I love that series.
It is good. From what I've seen, the little bits on it is really freaking good.
I'll have to check it out myself.
Oh,
But,
you'll love it.
okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right. Hey, I'll take your word for it. I'll check it out. No worries. We've got Netflix, so you know. That being said, speaking of shows, for the Bad Batch, do you think that's going to be exclusive for Disney Plus?
Afraid so.
Yeah, I figured.
They're only going to put it up their Star Wars stuff on Disney Plus. They are really trying, especially now that when Disney tried to open up Disney World earlier this week, only for it to collapse in on itself spectacularly. They're really leaning hard on the Disney Plus app. Like, we want big exclusive shows. We want so many people to freaking sign up to us, sign up now.
Oh God.
They're gonna keep it exclusive.
Yeah.
I already have the apps.
Well, then when the Bad Batch comes out, you'll get to see that too.
Yay! And then you can message Juan and brag about how you saw the show. Like, oh, Juan, I saw this one episode. Oh, man. And then Juan will give me the disappointed look and be like,
Oh, Juan, I'm so sorry you missed this episode.
I throw it at me. Throw it at her. I throw it at you on her behalf. I would, but I can't reach across the internet over to where you are, Sarah. So, there.
gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
Glad I'm on the receiving end of that.
Go ahead and have a sip. Oh wait, you can't. I emptied it. Ha! Choke on the popcorn.
That was a long time ago. It's
Yeah,
pretty
all
long.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah, whatever. The point is, those are really good shows, and yeah, you know, sci-fi nerds who love Star Trek and Star Wars, or even those who are not sci-fi nerds who just want to see something funny or something awesome, then I would definitely follow along with these shows. So, yes.
You know what? I think that covers just about everything. We're a little early, but
Yeah, we are.
We could start wrapping up soon.
I guess.
Like, in terms of anything else that we've been discussing over here, Sarah, like, I wanted to know if there was any other take, like with the hack on Twitter or the drama channels and all that crap, or if there, any other new...
Were there any asshole Twitter accounts that were affected by this? Other than the ones that we've already mentioned?
I did want to mention, you mentioned Elon Musk earlier. When Kanye announced his presidency, Elon said, "You have my support." And then Kanye said, "I'm anti-vaccine and anti-abortion." And Elon said, "I think I'm going to have to reconsider." And I'm like, I'm dying.
Oh God, you're right. I forgot about that. But that was last week, and like Kanye, that was so stupid. Kanye West tried to say like, "Oh, I'm gonna run for presidency." Okay, well, there's like 12 states that you can't register for, even if you're a write-in. Oh, but I'm gonna be president. We're gonna be like putting everything in the name of the Lord. We're gonna jump in on like, yeah, that's great, but you literally can't run in any of these. We're gonna bring God back into the classroom, and we're gonna stop abortions everywhere. We're gonna have the babies happen here, man. It's all freaking God's name. Like, but you can't run. There's so much paperwork that you need to do. There's so many things you have to pick. I'm going to be running. We're going to have America come in and
Only for him to pull out.
Only for him to pull out.
Because he realized that was a stupid mistake.
No.
That being said, him pulling out early was actually the right move, because if he didn't, and if he actually did run for president, everyone in the United
can't.
Okay, yeah.
He can't. That's just it. He cannot run because he didn't actually do the work to do it. He just jumped in impulsively. You remember that stupid thing that he did the other year when he jumped into the White House, was rambling about abolishing the 13th Amendment, which removed slavery? And he was like, "Oh, we need to remove that amendment," because he was.
Oh my god!
Like he was spouting off like crazy. He was trying to talk about like taking the amendment because it specifically says that slavery is outlawed unless it's used as a form of punishment for like committing a crime, which is why you have prisoners working as slave labor in like different companies and highway roads and all that crap. He was like, you can reasonably assume that he was probably referring to that, but the fact that he was spouting off like crazy without even thinking straight made everyone think that, okay, so you want slavery again.
He is mentally checked out. Like, completely. I still remember his shenanigans from being on Ellen DeGeneres' show, where he kept bragging, saying, like, yo, Picasso is dead. Steve Jobs is dead. I'm dead. No, you're not!
People like Walt Disney, Albert Einstein, Jesus.
No! Just no, motherfucker, no!
He definitely needs to be on medication if
Like,
he's not.
Like, the thing is that he was for a long time, and he has, like different, like, emotional disorders and all this stuff, but apparently he's, like, switched off from that. And this is the result.
That is so weird.
He needs to get his meds checked up, for real, I swear to God. But like, the fact that Elon Musk is like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna jump into this. Oh my God, it's horrible. I'm just gonna, you just go this way.
No, don't push me. No, don't take me off screen.
Just no.
No! I gotta be on screen, Juan!
Just no.
No!
No, that's what Musk was doing with Kanye. It's like, no. You go over there.
Okay. Please pull me back. Get me back here, please. Thank you.
Alright, there you go. See?
Alright. But no, that being said, you know what? You're right. We can wrap this up early. That being said, everything that we've discussed, we will continue to keep our eyes open for any feedback, anything coming from the Collective Con, which is happening in Jacksonville, which should not be happening right now because...
Yeah, no. Like, they're like, I don't know if you saw us earlier. They were saying like, oh well, we have masks and we have distance requirements, and if you're sick, you're not allowed to be in, and you have to adhere to like, no, not even Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, showed up to this convention that he was going to show up on. They said that his flight didn't, couldn't make it.
No,
but I'm like,
no,
yeah, sure, okay, sure, Jan,
No, that's it, sure, Jan.
Yeah. Exactly. So, like, I don't think so. He failed.
The negative comments, I can already see it coming. It's going to happen.
But, like, at the end of it all, like, as we've been saying for the last 3 or 4 months since this stupid thing started, we required conventions and geek conventions and stuff for us to make content for this channel. The fact that we're specifically saying, no, don't open these, don't go to conventions right now, stay home, stay safe. Like, you can tell we're not saying this for any sort of aggrandizing agenda. We're looking out for everyone, for Christ's sake.
Of course.
Yeah, like, that's why we're sad that Lumi-Con and Omni Fandom Expo, which are two of our favorite conventions, by the way, even though they announced that they're canceling this year, we're totally behind it. Yeah. I hate that it did it. As a matter of fact, I went on a minor rant on Twitter and on Facebook last night, basically saying "fuck all you ignorant morons who are like acting stupid about masks and about quarantine. We could have had this shit settled 2 months ago, but so many ignorant, stupid people are just making this fucking situation worse." Yeah, and I was pissed off. I was on a fucking tirade.
Dude, it's okay. You don't have to.
But like, the fact of the matter is, we're glad that convention owners are doing the right thing. And once everything opens back up again, we'll get back to having fun the way we need to.
Yeah. And in the meantime, we'll keep our ears to the ground. News circulates every week, and we, the Ravens Flock, we will continue to bring these topics up, and we'll continue to talk about them and give our own insight for everybody watching, including yourself.
That's right.
And we appreciate you jumping in, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Where can we go follow you, and what is the address to the news blog that you are a featured columnist on?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Plug away.
There's my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at just Sarah. You can follow me on Instagram at it's Sarah only. The blog I parted ways with due to their professionalism. But other than that, I am focusing on my channel, and I've got some great content coming out. So,
All right.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait. We can't wait to see it.
All right.
All right. I think that pretty much wraps it up. So, we got dinner coming up. So, Juancho, go ahead and plug us away,
All
my
right,
friend.
I got to do our thing over here. Thank you very much for supporting us and watching this week's live stream edition of the Ravens Flock Live. Please consider supporting us by hitting the notification bell. Once again, it's right down there. And turning on notifications and subscribing to us here. And if you wish, you can support us on our Teespring store, teespring.com/store/The Ravens Flock. Our free shipping code FSHIP2020 is available for you to use at any time. If every little bit helps, and of course, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/Ravens Flock 13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online, home of the Wednesday Night War every Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Twitch.tv/The Ravens Flock Online, home of Los Amigos Play Live, which is available Saturday afternoons, 5:30 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Please follow us there, subscribe to us. We are trying to build something on our Twitch channel. Even if we don't have Los Amigos Play there, we want to have a presence there so that we can continue to provide everyone, including yourself, Sarah, the content that you come to expect from us. And, of course, youtube.com/The Ravens Flock. Subscribe to us, hit the notification bell, comment on our posts, share with all your friends on this, our home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, and the Ravens Flock Live.
All right, everybody, this has been another exciting Saturday night. Thank you for tuning in. We are the Ravens Flock, and we are out.
Have a good night.